This video is about common auction pitfalls. Common. Bidding at an auction can be both thrilling and daunting. While the excitement of buying your dream home is enticing, inexperienced bidders often stumble into common traps that can lead to financial loss or disappointment. Like what? Let's find out. Lack of knowledge about the auction process. So we've got lots of information in this workbook and a couple of videos specifically describing the auction process. Getting the hang of the auction process, it's super important. Take time to check out the auction rules and how things work. If you've bought a home by auction in Victoria or New South Wales in the past, Queensland's different. Each state is. It's a good idea to go to a few auctions just to watch and see how it all plays out before you start bidding. Number 2, discussing the price with the sales agent before the auction. And so in Queensland, sales agents aren't allowed to give you a price range before auction. So you'll be doing your own research and deciding what you think it's worth. But they do have a few tricks up their sleeves to find out what you're thinking and what your budget looks like. Talking about prices with the sales agent before the auction is not a good idea. If you share your budget, they might try to sway your bidding. How? By influencing your strategy. If you share your maximum price, the agent might encourage you to bid closer to that limit, which could lead you to overspend. So if they know that your budget's 1.35 and you've stopped bidding at the auction at 1.33, they know you've got that bit extra up your sleeve. And so you need to be very careful that you don't share your budget with any sales agent. Adjusting expectations. So they could give you a sense that there are many other buyers out there willing to pay more than you, making you feel like you need to match or exceed those bids, even if they're outside your budget. In the pressure of an auction, a skillful auctioneer can push you to spend more than you planned. They might also try to sway your bidding by influencing your bidding. They might encourage you to hold back or jump in at certain moments based on their knowledge of your budget, which could ruin your strategy. And we do have other videos taking you through how to put together your auction strategy. They might encourage early offers. So sales agents might suggest that you make an offer before the auction. And in a lot of cases, that's what happens. Sometimes half the houses in an area that are supposed to go to auction, they just get sold before auction because that's the way it works. Sales agents might suggest you make an offer before the auction, even though their seller has no intention of accepting it. Why do you think they do that? This can be unfair because it reveals your budget to the seller. Knowing your offer influences the seller's price expectations and consequently the reserved price at the auction. So the sales agent's asking everybody who's looking interested in the property, what do you think it's worth? Okay, does your budget come close to that? How much are you thinking of paying? Those little comments, they are trained to be skillful at extracting that information out of you, okay? I want you to be trained and be skillful at not giving it. They might also sway your bidding by creating pressure. Knowing your budget, they might push you to bid higher by highlighting the competition or suggesting that multiple buyers are interested and applying that pressure to you. It's fine if there are other multiple buyers present and there is pressure from that, but don't allow the sales agent to add to that pressure. Keep everything clear in your own mind. Value assessments. When agents ask buyers where they perceive the value to be in a home, it's a great street, it's bigger than most, they're not just seeking feedback. They don't just want to have some information to tell their seller. They're gathering critical information that can inform their negotiation tactics. Understanding a buyer's valuation can enable agents to position the property more favorably and structure their counter offers effectively down the track if they're negotiating with you, ensuring they maximize the sale price. So if you're going through open homes and they know you love this street and they know you love the ornate character of the home, they'll be using that to ply you and to sway you and put that bit of extra pressure on you. You need to recognize that they're doing that. Okay, number 4, allowing emotions to cloud your judgment. Emotional bidding can lead to impulsive decisions, particularly where competition is fierce. Imagine you've fallen in love with a charming home. The auctioneer knows you are in love with it, and they also know your budget because the sales agent told them. The auctioneer will do everything he can or she can to try to get you to bid more by tugging at your heartstrings. That's their job. They'll appeal to your fear of missing out and try to coerce you into overpaying. And so set a clear budget before the auction and remain steadfast in your decision making. Well, the numbers are a bit screwed up here. Sorry about that. The next one, relying on the sales agent's CMA. So the sales agent has put together a CMA, and that's great, but recognize that that's geared towards them influencing you with how much they believe the home is worth or how much they've told the seller that they should be able to get for it. So it's crucial to remember that this list might be made up of homes that sold for a little more than this home is worth. Therefore, we recommend doing your own research and asking your buyer's coach or doing it yourself to prepare a CMA for you that will show a fair price assessment. Next, failing to secure financing ahead of time. So make sure you've got your funds all sorted out before the auction, because whether or not you can get funds, the home is yours. And if you don't pay for it, then the seller will probably sue you. Next, revealing your inexperience to the sales agent or auctioneer. While transparency is valuable, disclosing your inexperience can weaken your negotiating position. Watch your body language. As buyers near their financial limits, their body language can reveal a lot. Emotions may cause them to wear their hearts on their sleeves, giving professional bidders valuable insights into whether they are approaching their bidding limit. Stay composed and stick to your budget to avoid being swayed by the skill of the auctioneer. And if a sales agent or an auctioneer sees that a buyer is inexperienced, they can often draw out higher bids, even in the absence of competition. What that means is that you need to be really careful. If you've got pressure applied to you by the sales agent, pressure applied to you by the auctioneer, pressure applied to yourself, pressure applied to you by your spouse, under pressure, you can actually make a mistake with the bidding and outbid yourself. And that will be accepted by the auctioneer because they're getting more money for their seller. Next, hesitating to bid until the property is officially announced as on the market. Waiting for the official announcement often doesn't happen in Queensland, can lead to missed opportunities in a fast-paced auction environment. If you wait until the auctioneer announces the property is selling before placing your bid, you may find that other bidders have already bought the property. Being proactive can give you a competitive edge. Be ready to bid as soon as the auction begins. So we've got a video on auction strategy, auction bidding strategy. So watch that. We go into more detail. If everyone holds back from bidding, the property might not get a single bid. It'll be passed in, and if it's passed in, all the registered bidders can then submit offers. But it also opens the door to any other potential buyers to negotiate, even those who didn't or couldn't bid at the auction. Buyers do need to effectively collaborate with the auctioneer in getting the home on the market. So don't be frightened of being the first to bid, and watch the video on how to bid. Relying on a sales agent to bid on your behalf. While it may seem convenient to have someone else bid for you, relying on a sales agent can lead to miscommunication and lost opportunities. Attend the auction in person if possible. Don't have an employee of the very agency that is trying to extract as much money as possible from you represent you at the auction. Hire a buyer's agent or ask a confident friend. Next, skipping necessary due diligence before the auction day. Failing to conduct thorough due diligence before the auction can result in unforeseen costs or issues. If you neglect to check for property encumbrances, they should all be written on the contract. But if you don't really pay attention to that or check that they're correct, zoning restrictions maybe you've been told, yes, well, the property is in a lovely, beautiful, low residential zone. However, it might be right across the road from something that's zoned to build shops. So whilst the zoning of your home that you're looking to buy is important, pay attention to the zoning of the homes and properties around you. Make sure you've got your building and pest inspections done. You don't want to find out after you've bought it that you should have had a building and pest inspection done because, wow. We've got a whole video on building and pest inspections in module 4. Ignoring the local market trends and conditions. Understanding the local real estate market trends in Brisbane or anywhere is essential for making informed bidding decisions. If you're unaware of recent sales and trends in the area, you might overbid. For instance, if similar properties in the neighbourhood have sold for significantly less, you could end up paying more than necessary. However, we've got an entire module on how to evaluate a home and how much it is worth to you, as opposed to Jim Smith, who's also looking to buy it as an investment property. All right. So that's our information on common auction pitfalls. Make sure that you do your research and that you don't fall into any of those traps.